Virginia Company charter is set up in 1606, and the members of the Virginia Company shall have all liberties, franchise, all the rights of an Englishman, quote again, if you will. There's a quantitative change in labor relations in 1622, right? Statute of Artificers says that wages will be paid and all labor is free. Throw that out. 1622. At the beginning of 1622, most of the laborers were tenants at half. They were producing tobacco. That was the crop. After 1616, tobacco was the crop in Virginia, right? Producing tobacco, you're working on an estate, a plantation. You work, you keep half of what you produce, right? That's the main form, but there's also wage labor, right? By the spring of 1623, what's going on is a massive reduction of tenants to servants, to bond servants, to chattel bond servants, people who could be bought and sold. And this is being done primarily on European Americans, because the first Africans only come in 1619. There's not that many yet, right? You know? Not because of that, but I'm just saying it's the European Americans. All right, here's the key date. We got the anniversary coming up in another month and a half. 22 March 1622. On that day, the Powhatan Indians arise under their chief, and fearing the English would dispossess them, mounted what was to be, in relative terms, the strongest effort ever made to halt the Anglo-American occupation of Indian lands. First day, they wipe out 1/3 of the colony. One day, right? Within the next year, more would die from privation. Of the survivors, 2/3 were not fit for work, Sean. So what happens in the aftermath of this attack, and this is pre-Naomi Klein, all this shock doctrine, right? In the aftermath of the attack, and concerned about additional attack, the colony authorities forbade planting of corn. That's what the people were eating. That was the main crop, right? Corn, and near dwellings. So you couldn't even grow food to eat. You weren't, the perimeter was constricted. You couldn't go out because they were fearful of Native American attack. Half the landholders were dead. Corn supplies were limited. The price of corn goes up 8-fold in 1 year. The value of their labor for tobacco goes down. They're totally vulnerable, a laboring population. Sean.